Hey guys, it's Goosebumps Completionist, and today I'm bringing you a book versus episode comparison for The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. Which one do I think is superior and why? So, if you've never watched a book versus episode video from me, I basically just go through the characters in the book, the plot of the book, the villains, the payoff, and the overall perception I had. And that's how I distinguish which one is better. For the most part, so far, of the ones I've done, I've always picked the episodes. And I think that might be the case here. I just don't know yet. It's pretty close on this one. But with Werewolf of Fever Swamp, in case you haven't watched my reviews, I gave this a 4.6. And I gave this a perfect 5 out of 5. Obviously, you might already think where I'm going with this. But I actually think this one's pretty close. So, I don't know. Let's just get into it. So, let's start off with the characters, because that's pretty easy to digest. I'm gonna do something different here. I'm gonna start off with the villain. The perceived villain. The Swamp Hermit. The Swamp Hermit, to me, was elaborated on so much better in the episode. From its design change, the appearance of the character, the fact that there actually seemed to be some emotional reason for the character being in the swamp, versus the book, he just lives there. He lives in the swamp. He's kind of a recluse. I'm going to give the Swamp Hermit the advantage in the episode. The Swamp Hermit was one of the scariest aspects to the episode, and I applaud William Fruitt for changing up the Swamp Hermit in the book to what he did in the episode. It was amazing. Not taking anything away from the book, the Swamp Hermit still had some good payoffs at some points, but I'm going to give the Swamp Hermit to the episode. Let's get into the friends, Grady's friends, Will Blake and Cassie O'Rourke. Cassie's missing in the episode, so we can't really judge Cassie, so we're going to give Cassie to the book. But Will Blake, I'm going to give the edge to the book here. I think Will did a lot more in the book than the episode, even though Will's just constantly in and out of the story. I like Will's dynamic with Cassie in the book. I like his banter. I like his point of view. He's really interesting at some points. I kind of wish they made like an origin book just for Will Blake and Cassie, and maybe just the Fever Swamp. I don't know if Secrets of the Swamp. I've only read one issue. I don't know, like half of one issue. I don't really know what's going on there. But yeah, I would love to see something with Cassie and Will. Maybe like an origin book or something. I don't know. So I'm going to give the edge to Will in the book. Now I guess let's hop to Grady. Grady as a character, I'm going to say he's pretty much deadlocked. Grady's a fantastic protagonist in this story. The stuff he goes through, I identify with 100%. I totally see and feel with him when like the emotional stress comes and when the pain and the hurting comes. Pretty good scenes in the book that you don't get in the episode. But there's also really good scenes in the episode you don't get in the book with Grady. So, and plus the actor who played him, I mean, he just did a fantastic job. I mean, yeah. So, I'm going to give Grady the deadlock here on the book and the episode. The family, like Emily and Grady's parents, this is a tough one. But I'm going to say that they're also deadlocked. Emily, in the episode and the book, pretty much the same character. The parents were really refreshing. Especially in the episode, I think the parents were very well acted. Got a real sense of horror. Great job for the parents in the episode. As well as the book. The dad was pretty involved. The mom was also pretty involved. More so than other Goosebumps stories. So, yeah, I'm going to say they're pretty deadlocked here. So, yeah, basically that's all we have for characters. Now let's get to the plot. The pacing, overall pacing and overall plot, direction, which one is superior. Now, there are changes in the episode versus the book. The book does have some things going really solid for it that I wish was in the episode. But if we're talking brass tacks here, the plot progression and the pacing is done tenfold better in the episode. And the reason why I believe that is that it cut out a lot of the filler the book had. The book did have some filler in it, but it's not like it's damaging to the book. Filler in this book is needed because it's a whodunit mystery, slow burn story. As in the episode, they make it fast-paced. And the fact they were able to do that and still make it feel like it's a slow burn is why I'm going to give it the plot progression and the pacing to the episode. Now, the overall plot differences, I'm also going to give to the episode because the changes they made the story even scarier and even more pushing the limit than the book did. So I'm going to hands down give it to the episode. Now, I guess we'll get to the climax. Which one had a better climax? Which one had a better overall ending? So the climax of the story is like the reveal of who the werewolf is. I think the book did a more tamed version than the episode. I think the episode did a darker version, which I'm going to give it to the episode on the climax. However, with the ending, I don't know. This one's always been in contention for me. The very ending. The ending in the episode is very open-ended. It's a lot to interpret or to think about. And then the book, it's pretty much written in stone for you what happened. I think, after thinking about this a lot, I think I like the book's ending more. And the reason why is that the book's ending kind of ties back the whole wolf/Vandal thing, which is another thing I can compare Wolf and Vandal. I'll do that after this. But I think, yeah, I just think the ending to the book was more satisfying for me than the ending to the episode. Which I already brought up. I forgot to mention Wolf/Vandal. So the dog is named Wolf in the book and Vandal in the episode. Off the bat, Vandal's a way better name, so I'm going to give that to the episode. But I think I'm going to give Wolf/Vandal the edge in the book. I liked that relationship that Grady had built with Wolf. I mean, you see that in the episode very well too, but I just think it's just a little bit better done in the book. So yeah, Wolf's a fun, Wolf/Vandal is a fun pet. So all in all, which one do I think is superior? Do I think the book is superior, or do I think the episode is superior? I think I'm going to give it to the episode. And it's a little more than a hair better. It's close with these two, but I just think the episode has more to offer for the story. And it cuts out a lot of the filler, and it gets to the point faster, and it also makes it darker and edgier. As in the book, it's a slow burn story that you have to really think about who is the real villain and stuff. And in the episode, it feels more organic, as in the book, it starts cutting suspects off at the limbs. So it's pretty much predictable. As in the episode, it keeps it open-ended all the way till the very ending. Or until the climax happens. So, yeah. The difference is, I just think the episode wins out over the book. Even though they're both fantastic. Goosebumps is a book franchise. Read the book first, then watch the episode. Trust me on this. If you read the book first, you're going to love this book. And then when you watch the episode, you're going to see those differences and be like, okay, this is like Fever Swamp 2.0. So, fantastic choices either way you go. I just happen to like the episode more. And I know it's kind of a trend recently. I've been saying the episodes are better. But trust me, that's not always the case. It's actually the opposite of the case. Normally, the books are better than the episodes. It's just so put that I keep picking the ones where the episodes are better than the book, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm sorry, my throat's getting kind of dry. But yeah, that's basically my thoughts on the Werewolf Fever Swamp book versus episode. Which one do you think is better? Did you love the book more, or did you love the episode more? I'm dying to know, and I'll see you next time.